lecture we will discuss two fundamental results of calculus without proof, known as mean value theorem. First one, it is Rolle's theorem. So we discussed two fundamental results of calculus without proof. First one, it is Rolle's theorem. Also we will discuss geometrical interpretation of Rolle's theorem. So first one, it is Rolle's theorem. Let f be a function defined on closed interval a comma b to r be continuous on closed interval a comma b and differentiable on open interval a comma b. It is continuous on closed interval a comma b and differentiable on open interval a comma b such that at the endpoints value of the function is same, such that f of a equal to f of b if these three conditions satisfy: continuous on closed interval a comma b, differentiable on open interval a comma b, such that f of a equal to f of b, then there exists at least one C belongs to open interval a comma b such that f prime c equal to 0. So again you note that normally function will be known function. For example, consider polynomial function. So we know it is continuous on some proper domain closed interval, it will be differentiable on open interval. We have to check third condition: at the endpoints of the interval f of a equal to f of b, then there exists at least one C belongs to open interval a comma b. This is important one. C must belongs to open interval a comma b such that f prime c equal to 0. And there may be a question of the form: examine Rolle's theorem is applicable to some function or not, and if possible find out C. So in such a cases we have to discuss: it must continuous on closed interval a comma b, it must differentiable on open interval a comma b, and third condition f of a equal to f of b. If these three conditions satisfy, then we will go to find C belongs to open interval a comma b such that f prime c equal to 0. Now geometrical interpretation is, say first you check the interpretation of f prime c. What is the meaning of f prime c? Actually this is nothing but d by dx of f of x at x equal to c, and this is, say, y equal to f of x, it represents curve. Y equal to f of x represents curve. So x equal to c, its meaning is point of the curve is c comma, put x equal to c, f of c. So meaning we are getting c belongs to open interval a comma b. That means on the same time we are getting point on the curve and point its coordinate is c comma f of c, because x equal to c. So y coordinate f of c. So this is nothing but f prime c. F prime c is slope by dy by dx. One can get slope to the curve, but at which point slope to the curve at point c comma f of c. This is the meaning f prime c. It is slope of the curve. Slope in particularly one can say that slope of the tangent. To the curve. Slope of the tangent to the curve at point. So this is the interpretation of f prime c. Now f prime c equal to 0. Now we check the geometrical interpretation of Rolle's theorem. This is x-axis, y-axis, origin, say some closed interval a comma b. Now you note that function is continuous on closed interval a comma b. So there is a no break in the graph. You can observe, since it is continuous in closed interval. This is the curve y equal to f of x. Now you can observe it is continuous in closed interval a comma b. So there is no break in the graph. Also it is differentiable on open interval a comma b. Suppose we denote this point a, this point b. Here x coordinate, you can observe x coordinate x coordinates of point capital A is a, it lies on, so here it will be f of a. Here x coordinate b. Now from A and B, if you draw the foot of perpendicular on y-axis, you can observe y coordinate is same. That means f of A equal to f of B. So when we claim that we are getting C belongs to open interval, so that means here there will be some point C comma and its x coordinate will be f of C. Now this is, as we have discussed, slope of the tangent to the curve at the point C comma f of C, and slope of the tangent is 0. Slope is 0, that means we know if line is horizontal then slope is 0. So its physical interpretation is we are getting point on the curve where tangent at that point is either horizontal or it may be x-axis. For example, if you draw this type of, here you can observe, say this is point A, B, some point A, here B. You can observe it is continuous in close interval A comma B, so there is no break in the graph. It is differentiable on open interval. So here, say at this point, slope is, tangent is x-axis, so x-axis is horizontal line, so slope is 0. So when we say that we are getting C belongs to open interval A comma B such that f prime C equal to 0, f prime C equal to 0, that means slope of the tangent at the point C comma f of C equal to 0. So now geometrical interpretation is if Rolle's theorem satisfies, then we get one point on the curve where tangent to the curve at that specific point is either x-axis or parallel to x-axis since slope is 0. So this is the geometrical interpretation of Rolle's theorem. So there may be a question based on Rolle's theorem that find out point on the curve where tangent is either horizontal or x-axis. In such a cases, after finding C belongs to open interval A comma B, you have to find points of the coordinates by C comma f of C. This is the geometrical interpretation of Rolle's theorem. Next we discuss mean value theorem. Let f from A comma B to R. First, if f is continuous, on close interval A comma P, if f is differentiable on open interval A comma B, then there exists at least one C belongs to open interval A comma B such that f prime C equal to f of B minus f of A upon B minus A. This is mean value theorem. It is also known as Lagrange's mean value theorem. So first two conditions are common as it was in the case of Rolle's theorem. It is continuous on closed interval A comma B. It is differentiable on open interval A comma B. And here also on right hand side, if you put f of A equal to f of B, here if you take f of A equal to f of B, then right hand side will be 0. So you will get f prime C equal to 0. That is your Rolle's theorem. So Rolle's theorem, it is nothing but a particular case of mean value theorem. So there may be a question of the form, verify mean value theorem and find out C. If possible, find out C. So we will check first two conditions, then we will find C belongs to open interval a comma b such that f prime C equal to f of b minus f of a upon b minus a. For this purpose, find out f dash x, replace x by c, so you will get f dash c. Evaluate f of b, f of a, you can evaluate because closed interval will be given, upon b minus a. Compare these two things, solve this equation for c and find out C belongs to open interval a comma b. This is the method to find C. Again, f of x is given, find out f prime x, replace x by c, so you will get f dash c, that is you will get LHS. Now closed interval will be given, so from that closed interval you can know the values of a and b. Suppose your closed interval 2, 3, then a is 2, b is 3. Evaluate f of b minus f of a upon b minus a. Compare these two things and solve this equation for C belongs to open interval a comma b. Now, geometrical interpretation of mean value theorem is now we discuss geometrical interpretation of mean value theorem. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. Suppose A, here B. You can observe this is the curve y equal to f of x. If we denote these 2 points, end point, you can say end point for this. Now curve is continuous in closed interval a comma b because there is no break in the graph. If it is discontinuous, then there may be a break in the graph. So you can observe this function is continuous in closed interval a comma b. Differentiable from the nature of the function, for example sine, it is differentiable in proper domain. So one can check the condition of derivable. Now, so it is continuous on closed interval a comma b, differentiable on open interval a comma b. When we say that, we get C belongs to, so here, and it is not necessary that C is a midpoint. C must belongs to open interval a comma. Here, if we denote this point capital P, then its coordinates x coordinate C, y coordinate f of C. Now you observe f prime C equal to, what is f prime C? By mean values theorem, f prime C equal to f of b minus f of a upon b minus a. Now this is slope of the tangent to the curve at the point C comma f of C. Now check the coordinates of A and B. Here x coordinate A. So you put x coordinate A, then y coordinate will be f of A. Here x coordinate B. So here if we put x coordinate B, y coordinate will be f of B. Now geometrical interpretation is left hand side, it denotes slope of the tangent at the point C comma f of C. So this is slope of the tangent, and we know right hand side it is nothing but so you can verify left hand side, we know m1 equal to m2, double implies L1 parallel to L2. So right hand side it is nothing but slope of line AB. What is slope of AB? y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So y2 minus y1 f of B minus f of A upon x2 minus x1, that is B minus A. So right hand side it is nothing but slope of AB, and left hand side it is tangent at point C comma f of C. So now what is the geometrical interpretation? These two slopes are equal, then L1 parallel to L2. So its meaning is we are getting point on the curve where tangent drawn at that point, that tangent is parallel to line joining A and B. So this is the geometrical interpretation of mean value theorem. So function will be given, interval will be given, and question based on this geometrical interpretation is find out point on the curve where tangent at that point is parallel to line joining A and B. These points will be given in the question. So nothing, after finding C, one can get C belongs to open interval A comma B. Only point is given by C comma f of C. This is using geometrical interpretation of mean value theorem. So after finding C, point is obtained by C comma f of C. Right hand side it is slope of the line joining A and B, using definition of slope y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. This is slope of the tangent at point C comma f of C. So geometrical interpretation is we are getting point on the curve where tangent drawn at that point is parallel to line AB. Now we take problem based on mean value theorem. Example 1. First two conditions are common. It must continuous on closed interval A comma B, differentiable on open interval A comma B. First question is verify Rolle's theorem. for the function f of x equal to x square x belongs to minus 4 comma 2. And you note that before solving this problem, this one is a quadratic polynomial, and easily you can factorize x plus 4 x minus 2. Now solution. So first observe the nature of the function. It's a polynomial function, x square plus 2x minus 8. We know it is a quadratic polynomial. By nature of the polynomial function, it is continuous on closed interval minus 4 comma 2 and continuous, so naturally it will be a differentiable. Also a polynomial function is differentiable. So here, since f is a polynomial function, so it is continuous on close interval minus 4 comma 2 and is differentiable on open interval minus 4 comma 2. Also from the factors you can note that f of minus 4, here if you take x equal to minus 4 it will be 0, and f of 2 is also 0 because here you take x equal to 2, here you take x equal to minus 4, then f of minus 4 is 0, f of 2 is 0. Therefore third condition also satisfy, f of minus 4 equal to f of 2. This means that all the condition, that is all the conditions of Rolle's theorem are satisfied by f of x in close interval minus 4 comma 2. So now let us find C belongs to open interval minus 4 comma 2 so that f prime C equal to 0. So for that purpose, first find out f of x, f prime x. F of x is x square plus 2x minus 8. Therefore f prime x, it is 2x plus 2. Therefore f prime C equal to 0. First find out f prime x, replace x by c and put f prime c equal to 0. So f prime c equal to 0, 2c plus 2 equal to 0. Solving this equation, we will get c equal to minus 1, and you can observe it belongs to open, it must belongs to open interval minus 4 comma 2. So thus Rolle's theorem verify with c equal to minus 1. Thus, verified with c equal to minus 1. Next example. Examine if Rolle's theorem is applicable to any of the following function, can you say something about the converse of the Rolle's theorem from these examples? First one, f of x equal to box x. This is integer part function box x, or on the same time you can say that floor x, and interval is for x belongs to close interval 5, 9. Solution. So we know that this integer part function, it is not continuous at integral points. Integral points means at 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. At this integral points, function is not continuous, and since it is not continuous, so it is also not differentiable. So two conditions of Rolle's theorem not satisfying. Also, f of 5 is box 5 equal to 5, f of a equal to, this is our a, this is our b, f of a, f of 5 box 5, that is 5, f of b, f of 9 box 9, this is integer part function, greatest integer function. So you can observe third condition also not satisfying, f of a not equal to f of b. So let us discuss one by one. Given function f of x equal to box x, that is integer part function, greatest integer function, x belongs to 5, 9, close interval 5, 9. Since f of x is neither continuous nor differentiable, neither continuous nor differentiable at which integral point that is at 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 for this closed interval. Thus, f of x is not continuous on closed interval 5, 9, and then it is not differentiable. Then it is not differentiable. Also, f of phi, box phi, third condition of Rolle's theorem, f of 9, box phi equal to phi, box 9 equal to 9. So, we can observe f of phi not equal to f of 9. So, at least one condition is not satisfied. That means Rolle's theorem is not applicable. So, thus not applicable to f of x equal to f of x in the interval close interval 5, 9. So, Rolle's theorem is not applicable. Also, you can observe same question is for mean value theorem. Then also, since it is not continuous, so it is not differentiable at integral point. So, mean value theorem is also not applicable. So, you note this question in place of Rolle's theorem. Also, mean value theorem is not applicable. Now, check the converse of the Rolle's theorem. Here we will put condition. It may noted that f prime x equal to 0 for all non-integral points on 5, 9. This shows that so even if Rolle's theorem condition not satisfying, still we are getting C at non-integral point f prime C is always 0 for f of x equal to box x. That means it may be noted that f prime x equal to 0 for all non-integral points on open interval phi comma 9. This shows that converse of the Rolle's theorem, this shows that converse of the Rolle's theorem is not true. This is important for this exam. Same here, you can verify if you take f of x equal to box x with x belongs to close interval minus comma 2 minus 2 to 2 close interval. Then suppose to discuss Rolle's theorem for this function. Now only interval is changed. So it is not continuous at integral point minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2. So since it is not continuous, also not differentiable. So at integral point it is not continuous and differentiable. So f is not continuous on close interval minus 2 comma 2. Also it is not differentiable on open interval minus 2 comma 2. Also you can verify f of minus 2, that is box minus 2, it is minus 2 for this one, f of a, this is our a, this is our b. Similarly f of b, f of 2, box 2, this is integer part function. So you can verify third condition is also not true for this function. So here Rolle's theorem is not applicable to this function in the given interval, and it is not continuous on close interval, not differentiable on open interval. So for same function mean value theorem is also not applicable.